13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
It is a rainy and stormy start to what will be a very rainy Friday. I'm going to time all of it out for you coming up.
New details about a misdemeanor charge a Central Georgia sheriff faces. What a warrant says happened in a hotel bar.
Plus, getting answers to questions about meetings and trash pickup in Perry, it's a lot easier. The texting platform the city now has and how it works.
It's Friday, so you know it's a party this morning here at 13 WMAZ. Stick around as we show off some things we're celebrating this morning.
Oh, good morning. You are looking live over downtown Macon. The time is now 6:31. It is Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. It is February 4th. I am Caitlin Heck.
And I am Wanye Reese. It feels so good that it's Friday, Caitlin, and we're all sporting our red this morning.
Yes, we are going red for women and heart health this morning. And also, Courtney, we are just waiting for this forecast today as we get started on this kind of dreary Friday.
That's right. Yeah, it's very rainy out there. In fact, this front that's bringing us all of the rain, bringing some very dangerous road conditions this morning. We do have a flash flood warning in effect for Upson County until 7 o'clock. So you can see all the heavy rain now out of Upson County, but there is going to be standing water in the road there, and that will be a potential across most of the area. We just haven't had any more flash flood warnings arise yet. Either way, rain has already rolled through more than half of central Georgia along 75. That's going to be a wet commute whether you're heading south to north towards Macon or even up towards Atlanta. And then you can see all this heavy rain starting to push into Lawrence, Blackley, eventually Dodge County, rolling through Hawkinsville and Pulaski County, and also into Dooley County for the start of the day. Heading a little further north, some steady rain behind this in parts of Hancock, Baldwin, Washington, and Wilkinson counties. This is just the beginning. We're going to have a very unsettled day as a whole. So what you're seeing right now, these wet roads here in downtown Macon, that is going to be a common theme today. I'm going to time out all the rain. Of course, we're heading closer to the weekend. I'll have the details on that forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. We are continuing coverage this morning on Blackley County Sheriff as he faces a misdemeanor charge of sexual battery.
Last week, a Cobb County judge signed a warrant for his arrest. The warrant says Sheriff Christopher Cootie touched a woman's breast in a hotel bar last month. The hotel is where the State Sheriff's Association held its winter meetings. It names the woman, who is a well-known Atlanta judge.
A Blackley County Chief Deputy Daniel Cape told us yesterday that Sheriff Cootie is out of the state on a scheduled church mission trip. Cape says the sheriff is taking these allegations seriously and will meet with the appropriate authorities as soon as he returns.
Now to three other headlines we're following for you this morning. 6 people face charges following a drug investigation in Monroe County. The sheriff's office says during the last couple of months there was an increase in complaints about people trespassing and heavy traffic coming and going from the 2 homes. Investigators
found that drug sales were happening at a home on Virginia Lee Boulevard and a house on High Falls Road involving some people with active warrants. Investigators arrested 6 people. They face different charges, including possession of meth and obstruction of a law enforcement officer.
Well, new from overnight, a man is in the hospital after getting shot during a violent robbery at a North Macon restaurant.
Now, the Bibb County Sheriff's Office says this happened at the Waffle House on Arkwright Road just before 1:30 this morning. So take a look at your screen. We have some photos to show you of the 2 people involved in the robbery. The 2 masked men came in through a back door with guns.
They began shooting hitting 20-year-old Yoel Gray in the stomach. He's in stable condition. They shot at a woman employee as well, but missed. The 2 men ran out after getting the cash from the register.
Bibb deputies also looking for this man after an armed robbery at a Pinona Avenue store. The sheriff's office says it happened just after 7 last night at the Metro PCS. Deputies say a man went into the store with a gun and demanded money from employees. He ran away after taking the cash, and thankfully no one got hurt. If you have any information on either of these robberies, you can call the Macon Regional Crime Stoppers. That number, it's 1-877-68-CRIME. That number again for you, it's 1-877-68-CRIME. Well, the Macon Water Authority now reprimanding one of its board members after an investigation into a possible conflict of interest. That's right. In a 5-to-1 vote yesterday, the Water Authority decided to publicly censor District 2 board member Desmond Brown. Former Macon District Attorney David Cook says Brown attempted to violate state ethics rules when his company billed the authority for almost $47,000 in flood damage on behalf of a client. NWA hired Cook to investigate the situation. Now, Cook's findings show that, quote, Brown openly advocated for the payment of this claim for his own financial benefit, even though that payment would necessarily violate state ethics laws, end quote. The city administrator in Warner Robins is off the job for the next couple of weeks. Mayor LaRonda Patrick says she suspended David Corbin for acting outside his authority. The mayor says he signed a $347,000 contract without approval.
The City Council's December 6th meeting minutes show Coben was given permission to negotiate a contract to outsource the city's payroll office. The mayor and council asked him to bring a proposal back to them for approval. Instead, Patrick says Corbin delivered a signed contract on January the 18th, which is legally binding. Let's get you to some news happening across the state. One of the men convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery now plans to go to trial on federal hate crime charges. In a legal filing yesterday, an attorney for Gregmichael announced that Gregmichael backed down from plans to plead guilty in the federal case.
Now, his son, Travis Gregmichael, has until today to decide whether to also withdraw his guilty plea. Earlier this week, a judge rejected Travis's plea agreement. Jury selection in the federal trial is set to start on Monday for Gregory. If his son changes his plea, he will also go to trial. Well, just 3 years after Georgia outlawed touching your phone while sitting behind the wheel, a new bill could allow you to pick it up if you're stopped at a red light or a stop sign. A
state Senate committee postponed a vote yesterday after deciding to amend part of the bill because of safety concerns.
Obviously not while you're driving, but I don't see a problem at a red light. You know, sometimes when they get to a red light, may have to look for directions.
State Senator Frank Ginn sponsored the bill. He says it allows drivers to watch their surroundings peripherally rather than sneaking a look at their phone. Originally, the bill called for drivers to be able to use their phones anytime they're stopped.
Now, lawmakers amended that to only if you're at a traffic stop, like a stop sign or a red light, not if you are just stopped in traffic.
We allow this, you will have more people not paying attention and more delay, and therefore, I believe, more congestion.
Now, Ginn says states like Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee already allow this.
The Public Safety Committee vote happens on Tuesday, but it will still have to pass both chambers and get the governor's signature in order to become law. You can now use your phone to find out what's happening around Perry. It's through a texting service called Perry Points. If you live in the city limits, you text hello to a phone number and you get a response from artificial intelligence. You can even ask questions like, when is the next planning and zoning meeting, or when is my trash pickup date?
The messages can help you find city information, report any problems, even message city staff. The city says the texting tool is not for emergencies. The platform launched last Friday, and so far at least 200 people have started to use it. All right, the time is now 6:38, and we are going to ask Courtney when all this rain is going to stop for our weekend.
Yes, it will stop as we head into the evening tonight. So thankfully, it's not going to linger all the way through the weekend. We don't need it to, or that, of course, would lead to more flooding problems. We do have a flash flood warning in effect until 7 o'clock. So that's for the next 20 minutes for Upson County. That's the only one in our viewing area that is impacted by this. So some flooding in the roads that's going to be possible not only in Upson County, but also across most of the area. Of course, the reason for that flash flood warning because there was a report of flash flooding. So in Upson County, drive very carefully, and that really goes for all of us. Even if the rain isn't currently falling in your area, you do want to just be sure that you are taking your time, because we are going to have the roads be wet. Once the rain passes, of course, the roads don't automatically dry up. Would that be wonderful? Absolutely, but not the case, of course. Heavy rain now, the heaviest of rain, starting to push into Johnson County and Washington County, also Lawrence County. Along this line of now showers, all the thunderstorm activity has seemed to diminish. Very gusty wind as well. So just two factors to fight this morning as you're getting ready to head out the door. We've had a lot of rain, over 75. Now it looks like down in Pulaski County getting some heavy rain, and even some thunderstorm activity still in parts of Crisp and Dooley County. But look at where the rain has already fallen, and even some steady rain continuing to fall along 75 and 16, two very popular commute spots. In just the past 3 hours, we've picked up anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of rain, and where you see these green colors here, that's indicating the potential for over an inch of rain. Of course, that is going to cause for maybe some pooling on the roads this morning. Can't stress enough, one, pack your umbrella, but also pack your patience. You are not going to want to be in a rush today. I know it's Friday. We're all excited to get the day going so that we can get into the weekend, but you are going to want to take your time. Of course, all of this rain along the front that's still bringing a winter weather mess to parts of the Northeast, and even behind this front, the temperatures, look how cold they are. It's at 1 degree in Sioux City, Iowa, 13 in St. Louis, 3 in Wichita, 26 in Little Rock. So what does that mean? All of the snow and the ice that formed on the roads yesterday, it's not going anywhere. it's still going to stay frozen. So they're not done with all of the battles that they're going to have to overcome from that winter weather today. Here in Macon, we're at 64 degrees. So needless to say, I think we're the envy of the United States right now, being in the 60s, especially Miami in the low 70s. Now, as we go through the day today, mind we're in the 60s. We're going to cool through the day. I call these days backwards days, and that's thanks to the timing of this front. Of course, heavy rain will still be possible through the morning. Thankfully, as we head into the afternoon and evening hours, the front will be pushing off the coast. We'll be left with some trailing light showers. So if you have any Friday night plans, wouldn't be a bad idea to grab the umbrella. But the good news is that'll clear out as we head into Saturday. So it'll be dry Saturday, but rain does return, a small rain chance for Sunday and Monday. We'll maybe have a stray shower Tuesday, but we're dry with temperatures back in the upper 50s by Wednesday.